The Banshee was a proud ship, crafted from the finest timber and forged in the fires of the shipyards. For years, Captain Mason and his crew had sailed the ship through countless storms and treacherous waters, forging a bond between them and their vessel that ran deep. As they prepared to set sail on their latest voyage, there was a sense of excitement in the air. The crew bustled about, hauling crates of supplies onto the deck and checking and double-checking their equipment. Captain Mason stood at the helm, surveying his crew with a keen eye. "Are we ready, lads?" he bellowed, his voice carrying across the water. The crew let out a cheer in response, hoisting the sails and casting off from the dock. The first few days at sea were uneventful, with calm waters and clear skies. The crew settled into their routines, keeping a watchful eye on the horizon for any signs of trouble. But on the third night, a thick fog descended upon the Banshee, obscuring their view of the water around them. The crew huddled together, their nerves on edge as they listened to the sound of the water lapping against the boat's hull. Suddenly, a tentacle shot up from the depths, wrapping around the boat's mast and pulling the vessel off course. The crew sprang into action, racing to cut the tentacle free, but it was too strong. The Banshee was dragged further into the fog, and the crew knew that they were in grave danger. The crew struggled to free the Banshee from the monster's grip, but its tentacles were too strong. With a sickening crunch, the boat's mast snapped, and the ship was dragged further into the foggy waters. The Squid's many tentacles began to thrash about, smashing into the Banshee's hull with incredible force. Wooden planks splintered and tore, and the sails shredded to pieces under the beast's immense strength. The crew fought back with all their might, but their efforts were in vain against the monster's overwhelming power. The creature's sharp beak ripped through the Banshee's hull like it was paper, sending the boat lurching to one side. Water flooded into the hold, and the crew members were tossed about like rag dolls as the vessel was torn apart. One by one, the crew fell prey to the monster's powerful grip, dragged beneath the waves to their deaths. Their screams echoed across the water, haunting the dreams of those who survived the attack. As dawn broke, a search party was sent out to find the Banshee. What they discovered was a scene of utter devastation. The boat was adrift in the water, its sails shredded, and the hull punctured with giant sucker marks. But there was no sign of the crew. They had vanished without a trace. The legend of the giant squid that attacked the Banshee lives on to this day. Some say that the creature still roams the ocean, searching for its next victim. But sailors who hear the tale always keep a wary eye on the water, knowing that they could be the next to fall prey to the terrifying beast.